Hi friends, happy Holy Wednesday. So today is the last day of Holy Week where we don't really have anything specific to talk about in our normal church tradition. So today I want to highlight what Jesus says about generosity, and I want to talk a little bit about how one of his friends chose greed instead of generosity and betrayed Jesus in that way. And so here from the book of Luke this time, the book of Luke chapter 21. Here Jesus is in the temple. So yesterday we talked about Jesus in the temple and him getting angry and overturning tables. Today Jesus is in the temple again. And it says, as he looked up, Jesus saw the rich putting their gifts into the temple treasury. He also saw a poor widow put in 2 very small copper coins. I tell you the truth, he said to his disciples. This poor widow has put in more than all the others. All these people gave their gifts out of their wealth, but she gave out of her poverty and put in all that she had to live on. What I find remarkable about what Jesus says about this poor widow is that Jesus seemed to know that she was giving back to God out of very, very little. And Jesus saw that and he honored it. It's wonderful when people have a lot and can give out of abundance. But what Jesus is pointing out here is that even those of us who have very little can still give back to God, can still honor God in our giving. It might be just giving a few simple coins in the Sunday offering. It might be making a homemade mask out of material that we have at home and giving that to a neighbor. It might mean taking a single roll of toilet paper and giving it to a neighbor who just ran out. But all of us can give generously even now, no matter how much we have. Now, this story of the widow in Luke 21 is in direct contrast with what is also happening with one of Jesus's own friends, Judas. Now, I find Judas absolutely fascinating, and I believe that Jesus knew and loved Judas just as much as all of his other disciples. But what makes Judas unique is that Judas, for whatever reason, went to the religious leaders and he made a deal. And he said, "What will you give me to hand Jesus over to you?" And so they gave him 20 pieces of silver. And Judas accepted. And from that moment on, Judas was looking for a way to betray Jesus. The widow gave just a couple of coins, and it was an honoring offering to God. Judas took coins and planned to betray his friend. Have you ever been hurt by a friend? What did it feel like? What did you do after it happened? Were you able to become friends with them again? To mend the relationship? How do you think Jesus felt knowing that he would be betrayed by his friend? He knew it was going to happen. He even will talk tomorrow about the night that Jesus was handed over by Judas. And Jesus told Judas, go and do what you need to do and do it quickly. Jesus knew. How do you think he felt? And now I want you to think about what you can do to give like the widow. How can you be generous today? What does it feel like to give away your allowance or your birthday money, or to give your favorite toy to someone else? How can you be generous with what you have today? Talk to your parents and see what you can do to serve someone else, or to give back to our faith community, or to give a gift to a neighbor, whatever it may be. Be generous today. I love you, friends. Have a wonderful Holy Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow on Holy Thursday, which we also call Maundy Thursday. Bless you. Be well.